Hey YouTube, Brad here. This is week two with my channel, and well, I have a big confession to make. I just don't know what the heck to do with my channel. I've done my research, I've checked out, I'll say some of our leading YouTubers, the various tutorials, and wow, I have more questions now than I even had answers. So I figured, hey, that's a great video. Let's talk about this. Let's put all my dirty laundry out there, expose my inner secrets, and stay tuned. I'm going to talk about all the different aspects I want to look at, consider for my channel. This will be definitely a journey, so I suspect I'll have to do this in a couple of videos or longer. Let's see where this goes. So let's start with, how do you decide on a topic, or interest, or what that channel is going to be about? Um, I really want it to be something that I'm passionate about, I'm interested in. And that way I'm excited to do the videos, I'm excited to share my experiences, thoughts, ideas with you all. So, there's a bunch of topics I've thought about, and I made a list to think about this. So, technology, smart home, food, desserts, coffee, animals, especially dogs, travel, cars, well, so much, so much. So, I don't know where to start. So maybe I'll start with talking about some of these. So let's start with the technology. So I love technology. I've loved technology ever since I was a kid. One of the first, I'll say, kids on the internet back in the 90s. I don't want to date myself there. I know the internet was way older than that, but just when they started to bring in the modems and the simple computer, all the way to now where I love smart home technology. I love every gadget I can get my hands on. So I love that as a topic, but I know there's a lot of folks already out there doing that as part of their channel. So that's my concern. My house here is fully loaded with every piece of technology I can find to do smart home automation, lights, cameras, everything. So, that's something else I do want to look at and talk about. Food, desserts, and I say that I kind of say food slash desserts because I love food, I love eating, but desserts are my weakness. Chocolate's especially my weakness. A good piece of chocolate cake, do anything for it. So I feel like there's a lot of foodies out there too, a lot of competition for channels. So as much as I love that topic, it's a tough one too. Coffee is my number four on my list, and these are in no particular order. I love them depending on where I'm at, and if it's first thing in the morning, coffee is my number one. Love coffee, so I'd love to talk about coffee. There are a lot of folks out there that do coffee talks. Animals, another big one on my list. I have a soft spot for animals, especially for dogs. I have a wiener dog named Brent. I absolutely will introduce him at some point. And a bit of a backstory. I kind of lied earlier. I said this was my first channel. I started a channel about 10 years ago about Brent when he was a puppy. Made 3 or 4 videos on my old camcorder, but that hasn't really done much since then. And so here I am. Travel's a big one too, but the problem with travel is there are a lot of already very popular channels on travel. I'm guilty of watching them. I can binge watch travel all the time. So, and I'm not the type of person who would travel to very exotic, off the grid places. I need my morning shower, so we'll just leave that there and talk about that a bit more later. Cars, I love cars. I love SUVs. I love vehicles. I love the gadgets. And going back to tech, I think it's more the tech in the cars. Again, a lot of channels around cars. Something else I want to think about is, what is my end goal for my channel and what audience am I trying to reach? Do I want to develop a community of people with similar interests? Obviously, if it's a similar interest, I can talk about it. I'm passionate about it, which might make other people passionate about it. Do I want to get monetized? Do I want to make a few extra bucks? Monetization seems like a lot of work. You can get a lot of subscribers and a lot of view minutes in. So I've seen some YouTubers get that in 6 weeks, and some get that in a year and a half. So is that a goal of mine? And another question is, how long would it take for me to get monetized? Okay, next, thinking about how to film these videos. I've seen so many different video styles, I'll call it. I've seen, talking to the camera. I've seen, I'll say, more of a selfie mode, depending on where you're going, where you're traveling. I've seen a lot of videos where it's some sort of demonstration and there's a voiceover. So, how do I want to do this? Do I want to mix this these different styles up. That's something to think about. And then from a technology perspective, camera technology, what do I need to make a decent video? I'm using right now a camera that I use for video conferences during the day. So is it good enough quality? Is there better out there? So is there something affordable out there that'll give me a better quality video, higher color resolution, crisper image, whatever the lingo is around that gear. Um, Also, do I need a camera? Do I need a web camera? Do I need a phone camera? What do I really need to make good looking videos? From a sound perspective, too, on the same theme, microphone wise, I'm actually just using a speakerphone I have right now. Again, I work from home. This is my home office, do a lot of video conferences. So just taking advantage of the equipment I already have, the lighting I already have, and that's something I do want to talk about in a moment. But yeah, what type of sound gear is best to get the best quality audio. Another thing is lighting. What type of lights? LED lights, diffusing lights, where to put the lights, lights in the front, lights behind me. And I've seen a bunch of videos, and I know I did learn a lot, but I also have a lot more questions. So definitely an area I want to explore and kind of explore with everyone here. Still in the technology theme, I mean, software, another thing, software. What do I need for software? If I'm right now recording for my webcam, so is there a good software to do capture? Is there different softwares that I should use for video editing versus, I'll say, video touch-ups? I've seen some videos where the colors can be enhanced considerably depending on the softwares that different YouTubers are using. So there's a big thing around software enhancements and editing. Editing, I'm tinkering with some different softwares on building my timeline, my soundtracks. I definitely don't have the right lingo here, but I think I'm talking about. So what's out there? What's best for beginners? I'm definitely a beginner in this world, but I am a very creative beginner. So excited to learn and kind of explore some of those. Part of the software too, I've seen some videos that are use this one, don't use this one, and then someone else contradicts those exact same talking points. So who knows? One other thing I'll talk about, and then I'll wrap it up because I've actually talked longer than I expected. So many things to talk about, to think about is assets. So I'll talk about stock images, stock music, stock videos. Like I know there's so many sources out there. A lot of YouTubers seem to be sponsored by various platforms that do these, I'll say, stock content, stock assets. So, and a lot of them seem to be subscription based. So, what are the best of the best out there? Can I use them? Let's say I'm subscribed, I have them in my video, and uh, I I cancel my subscription. Can I continue to use those assets without breaking any copyright rules? So many things to think about. So little time. So that's just my initial list of questions. Like I said, more questions now than answers I have, but I'm going to explore these topics over the next few videos, and hopefully you'll join me. Leave comments in the comment field as I look at different topics, different interests, different technologies, different softwares, different asset repositories, and ways to even uh, plan the video out. So and this is a topic I actually forgot to talk about was, do I want to script it versus an unscripted? Do I want to develop the thumbnail first? Do I want to develop the thumbnail after I've done some recording? I've heard the pros and cons of each. So I think it's going to be a journey. I hope you join me on this journey and stay tuned for my next video where I think I'll get into a few of these topics and deep dive a bit more. Thanks for listening and have a great day, everybody.